Yo, Bootleg Kev Podcast with the homie Dave East.
Kev, what up, baby?
What's up, man? I saw you like, I want to say right before the whole shit got shut down. You was out here in like February, early March.
Top of the year.
Working on Karma 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything just shut the fuck down.
World shut down. I ain't this is the first time I left New York.
Yeah, you've been like, that's what I was going to say, man. Like you're usually
down.
in LA a lot. It's been a while. Obviously, how has everything that's going on just affected your business? Or affected your, besides having to stay inside and all that shit, just was there plans that, touring, or I know Karma 3's coming, did anything get put on hold or delayed because of what's happening?
Yep. I dropped Survival in November.
Yep.
The whole month of December we did the European tour. And then when we came back from that, we were supposed to start the West Coast and South and Midwest leg of the tour. We were supposed to start that in March, and then it all shut down.
Have you, I gained quarantine weight because I was eating all kinds of, I was just bored. Bro, first month of the quarantine, I was just at the crib bored as shit. It'd be 4 a.m. I'd be fucking microwaving some noodles or some shit. Mm-hmm. I know you're like a really healthy guy. Was your health ever affected? Were you eating worse or?
No, I couldn't go to the gym, so that made it a little different.
Doing push-ups at the crib and shit?
I had to get back on pull-ups and push-ups at the crib.
The Rough Riders workout plan, as I like to call it. Yeah.
Other than that, I've been eating the same. I've been eating. Still eating. Still smoking good. All that.
You're a pretty healthy guy when it comes to what you put in your body. I remember, I think the last time you came to the station, you were drinking a bunch of random crazy juice.
Oh, yeah, you gotta watch what you put in your body, I feel like, if you want to be here.
At what point in time did you start to give a fuck about your health and started to do some research about the, getting into the juice and shit and
probably when my daughter was born, so 2016. So I was 26. I was drinking lean a lot at that time.
Right.
I'm saying I was heavy on the lean, and I don't know. I just went through that was the first time a drug affected me. You know what I'm saying? I never did no other drug. But that shit had me waking up, sweats, all that. If I didn't have it, I'd be mad. That shit is a drug, you know what I mean?
Right, you'd be like, oh shit, this is
really, I really could understand.
I've become that guy.
I can understand a fiend. I'm like, oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You be needing it. So once I was able to shake that, I didn't want to do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. I've been on champagne and weed.
Champagne and weed. You do drink a lot of champagne.
I do the champagne.
I feel like every time I see you have a bottle.
I do the champagne.
I mean, look at it. I don't even know what time it is. What is it, 3 p.m.?
I do the champagne. You know why? Because if you drink enough of it, you'll be twisted. But it's just keep you in it's a good vibe.
Have you
hard liquor, how you bent.
Yeah, I mean, for me, every time I drink champagne, I just feel bloated as fuck.
You're bloated.
Then I
ain't gonna front lately, I guess, because I drink a lot. I've been feeling like heartburn, or something in here.
I just see that it's that, and you're also getting older.
That too.
Yeah, we getting old, bruh. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Karma 3, I know you've been working on it. You've put out, man, a few videos. The Karma series is, I think a important part of your career and your legacy. What is the approach to this project and just that series in general, when you know that something's gonna go in that Karma series? Do you approach it differently?
Yeah, I feel like it's more me, or more of me not really caring about the standards, or I need this type of record, or I need this. That just be me just in my own zone, working with different producers and just trying to constantly let people know I can rap. What y'all fell in love with me for from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm always sharp with that. So I feel like the Karma series gives me opportunity to kind of mix it up. Have some big records on there, but then have some shit for the streets. Have something for the fans that's into that. That's into what I do. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, did you feel okay? Because when you first came out, man, I remember being like, "Yo, this dude was." Hearing your early shit, I remember finding you on 2 Dope Boys early on, and
2 Dope Boys,
that was what you were known for. Right. And then ladies discovered you, and now
I had to change the game plan.
And now, now you're, shout out to all the women that are all of a sudden listening to some some Dave East shit that they would have never have listened to before in their entire fucking life. But because you're Dave East and you're their Man Crush Monday, you're bringing them into that world. Like, at what do you remember when you noticed like you were becoming like a thing with the women?
Oh yeah, I mean after Perfect, the Chris Brown shit. When I first linked with Chris Brown, and that went like public, it was over. It changed up for me. It changed up.
The IG shit, everything.
It switched up. Not that it was bad before, but you know, after you got a record with Breezy, it might change up for you.
Would you say that? I think most of the people who are fans of your music, right, are probably like me or the homies, right, because the kind of shit you make.
Right.
But would you say your fan base as a whole now probably encompasses more women than anything?
Yeah, I feel like coming in, like you said, it was more.
You were like a breath of fresh air to hip hop.
The hip hop, the people that loves lyricism, like that crowd.
100%.
Then it transitioned into the girls, and then I started doing the acting. So I feel like a lot of my fan base is. I feel like a lot of my fan base might not even know my music or know about it.
That's what I was gonna ask.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I feel like some people just follow you because low key they're just trying to like
come on. You know what I'm saying? If it don't hurt me at all.
Nah, I mean, and obviously I'm sure that it hey, you'll take any following you can get, man, especially in 2020. Talk about like I just saw, was it last month? There was this narrative going around on Twitter that you're bad at picking beats. Did you see that?
No, I don't even really be on Twitter. But I think somebody did. They tagged, like, they posted on Twitter and then they tagged me in it on Instagram.
Well, what's interesting about that, first of all, I don't agree with that. But second of all, Nas co-signed you, and the big hang up on Nas historically is that he's bad at picking beats. What do you think? I think people are there for the lyrics. Same thing with Nas.
Right.
But do you think you have a good ear for beats, or do you think?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You know what's funny about that post? I know it was one beat. It was like some wild, and I was on my Instagram live, like just freestyling to the shit. But the beat was just some loud shit that somebody loaded up.
And it sounded crazy. I heard it.
It sounded crazy.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
They took that and then was like, oh, his beat selection is hard. I'm like, man, go listen to my music, man. You got no bad beat selection.
Hey,
I don't think Nas got bad beat selection. It's just it's what you into.
He let Chris Webber produce a few beats that he probably could have kept on Chris Webber's laptop. You know what I'm saying? I know you're a big sports guy. NBA being back is a blessing, especially for me who I gamble a lot. So
you needed that.
A gift and a curse, actually.
That was rough.
Oh yeah, like what am I supposed to gamble on?
The bookies old. I know that it's been tough time.
Korean baseball, like. Yo, for real, that was actually happening. Korean baseball was the only thing going on, but
how they gonna do that? Like you gonna watch it from home? You can't go to the games. That's how they doing that.
What are we talking about? The NBA or Korean baseball?
Well, just sports in general. You said basketball's back?
Yeah, the bubble. They got the bubble popping.
Oh, I'm all the way out the loop. What the hell is the bubble?
Really?
Yeah, we can go watch them.
Yeah, on TV.
Oh, but you can't be at the game.
Of course not.
Oh, that's weird.
They got the bubble in Orlando, so everybody is in a contained space in Orlando at Disney World.
The NBA players.
So they have every team, 22 teams.
Okay.
The other teams, they just didn't make it, but all the games are going to be played there, and they can't leave. Like okay, Lou Williams left for family reasons, and then they found him he was at Magic City 2 nights ago in Atlanta eating hot wings with Jack Harlow.
Word.
So now he's got a quarantine for like 10 days before he can go join the Clippers again.
Yeah, that's crazy. The
Clippers are trying to win a fucking ring, and Lou Williams is eating hot wings at Magic City. You know
that's crazy.
And then like there was like some, I mean, come on, dudes are gonna try to sneak we're talking NBA players here. They're gonna try to sneak the bitches into the bubble. Some known Instagram thought here in LA was posting pictures inside of the bubble.
She was in the bubble.
And Instagram,
get in the bubble.
Instagram by point of elimination found the only NBA player that was following her and realized that's who she was there to see. And yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, basketball is wild. Well, I was gonna ask you, like, you don't even know what the fuck's going on.
I was lost with that one. You know what? I kind of heard something about that. My boy, Brick was telling me about that, about how they can't leave.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like a camp or some shit. They can't
Straight
leave.
Up.
That's crazy.
Super crazy. Yeah, the bubble is yeah. We were talking off camera. You were telling me Benny the Butcher's on Karma 3.
Shouts to Benny. Shouts to old Griselda Conway. Westside Gun. I fuck with them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I do feel like there's you know, a small group of artists, and you're in that group, that have kind of kept this rap shit alive for, you know, for guys like me, for people who really appreciate bars and that grimy shit. And I feel like Griselda has, you know, shout out to Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, and you know, there's just been a lot of dope shit going on in hip hop the last few years. But I do feel like it's starting to become like all the weirdo internet shit is starting to die out, and and
back to the real.
It's getting back a little bit, man. You know, like Griselda got nominated for Best Group of the Year at the BET Awards, which is crazy.
So they paying attention to what people saying again.
And I feel like it's great for you because you've always done that. I mean, like, you know, I think you've dabbled in some more radio type shit over the last few years, obviously.
But I never like
But you've never left your sound.
Nah, and I never was in this shit for no clout or nothing like that. I feel like that was the wave for the last like 5 years, like just clout.
Oh, it's the worst.
Whatever you could do to get something right, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just stuck.
And
to
now
making
all
music.
these guys have fallen off. J. Cole said it best, right? About Lil Pump and those guys.
Oh, yeah.
And now these and now what happened? Like Smoke Perp sold 5,000 units.
The dope part about it, you could get in this shit, make enough money to where even if, you know what I'm saying?
If you're smart with your money, if you're smart, if you get it, even if your shit is some trash, if you get in for that year,
yeah, that 1 year, 6
grab
months,
those bags,
do something with that bread, you straight.
These motherfuckers was buying lean and all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, I focus on the music, man. The shit that got me here. You know what I mean? The music.
100%. What is obviously working with Benny on the project? Who else is on Karma 3?
I got Popcorn on there. Record with Popcorn. I got Mary J. Blige on there.
Oh shit.
Me and Mary got a joint. Trey Songz. Trying to think who else rapping on there. I got Doughboy on there.
Shout out Doughboy.
We just shot the video, matter of fact, a couple days ago out here. Trying to think who else on there.
You know the expectations for that Mary record's gonna be crazy since you played Method Man.
Nah, it's one of them. It's one.
I mean, you played Method Man in the show on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the Wu-Tang, yeah. Shouts to the whole Wu.
Yeah.
Shouts to RZA.
Nobody from Wu-Tang on the project?
Nah, not this one. Not this one. It's crazy. Me and Meth got a new record though. Shouts to Static Selector.
Static is that guy.
Me and Meth going crazy on that shit. He got to put that out though. Static.
It's a Static record.
Static got the record. Yeah.
Yo, Static, man, I just want to give some props to him because he's like our modern day primo.
Bro, and he's been, one thing I can salute to Static, he's from day one always been like the same way with me. Like before the Nas situation, he was always in tune with me. You know what I mean? Shouts to Static.
100%. I just saw you were shooting a video with Jay Stone.
Yeah, we're doing another one today. I'm locking in. We putting a little
project? Little EP?
You know, because me and Nip was going to do one. You know what I mean? Guaranteed. We was already talking about that. So I'm gonna do one with Stone.
Yeah, shout out to Stone, man. I think you know, he was always like slept on for sure.
And Stone just a good nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like his vibe, like we vibe good. You know what I mean? And the music. When y'all hear the music, that's why we've been just trying to knock out.
How many records you guys got done?
Visuals. Right now, I think we might be like 3 or 4 in. 3 or 4 in. We shot the video the other day. In his hood, and then we shooting one today.
You and Nipsey were supposed to do a project. I remember we talked about that before. Did you guys have any music that's just sitting on a hard drive somewhere that y'all never released?
Yeah.
How many unreleased songs do you think you got with Nip?
Maybe 3. There's one with me, him, and Bino we never put out.
With Bino Rideau?
There's one Bino on Karma 3 too. That was another.
Shout out to Bino. Bino's fire.
That's my boy.
Def Jam.
Yeah, that's my boy. And then me and him got two joints. I had one record that I was gonna put on Karma 3, but
yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, is it obviously you're tight with his team, but like, is it like kind of weird putting something out with with him after he passed? You know what I'm saying? I feel like
super weird. Like the excitement is gone behind it. Like, I'm still excited to do it and let it be known that we did that and created that, but the phone call, yo, cuz, you ready to drop? Like, all that's gone. You know what I mean? So it's definitely weird.
I think a lot of people have always kind of said you're kind of like what Nip was to LA, to your hood, to Harlem, right? To like New York, somebody who's like a man of the people, somebody who's never really, damn, I got my ringtone on, unprofessional. But somebody who you know, when I think of Davies, I never ever thought of goofy shit, or I think of integrity. I think of, you know, when it comes to music and when it just comes to you as a person, like, what was, you know, obviously, you know, you've done a ton of interviews since Nipsey passed, but we're going on a year and a half since he died. What is the one thing you think since he passed that you've carried with you and that you're like from Nip to this day? Because, you know, shit, man, I can't even believe it's been a year and a half.
Right. I would say just his motto, marathon. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit he lived by, the shit he always said, don't stop. You know what I mean? Like no matter what come your way, you gotta keep rolling. You know what I mean? And the fact of ownership and turning your brand into a business and just being more than a rapper. You know what I mean? So that's what really stuck with me the most, and just trying to build my brand from just it being Dave East, you know what I mean, to where that shit being something else. I want to build an empire. Have
you been dabbling in like getting involved in other like avenues of like other streams of revenue coming in outside of music?
Yeah, I've been heavy on the designer tip. Like I just dropped a pair of glasses. Did a collab with a company called New Vintage. I got the clothing line on the way. Besides from the merch I'm doing for the Karma 3 show, I got my own line coming. I'm about to drop a cognac based like a
liquor.
Yeah, but not it's gonna be like a like almost like a soda, almost like not something that you ain't gonna be taking shots of it. Like you can sip.
So it's like a pre-mixed drink.
But it's gonna be a cognac base.
So when you pull up to the liquor store, it'll already be in the fridge. You just crack it open.
One of them. Yeah,
okay.
One of them. So I just been trying to, you know, use my brand and what I done got my name to just jump into other avenues. You know what I'm saying? Other avenues I can make money off of, and you know, just build that future for my daughter. You know what I mean? For my team. Without me rapping, like the rap gonna do what it do. You know what I'm saying? The rap got me into acting. You know what I mean? So the rap has shown me what it could do, but now I want to see what me being a more of an entrepreneur could do. You know what I mean?
Acting wise, obviously the Hulu shit was fire, but what else? I know you
watched the whole shit.
Yeah, I finally got my wife to watch it. Fire. When I told her it was some Wu-Tang shit, and I tried to get her to watch. You know the Wu-Tang documentary that came out on Showtime?
On Showtime, yeah.
My wife don't give a fuck about Wu-Tang Clan, right? So I put it on. And it's a documentary. This was like, you know, and she just left the room. She's like, you can watch
that's what the actual...
I'm going to go upstairs.
That's actual footage.
Right. Yeah. She don't give a fuck about Wu-Tang. But I put the show on, and I didn't tell her it was about Wu-Tang.
Right.
Till about 30 minutes in.
Right.
And she was like, oh, this is good.
Right.
It's just a TV show.
Fire.
So, yeah.
I like how they set that up, though. They make you know what I mean? You got to watch it to really even
And
understand.
even, like, I didn't even know, like, a lot of the stuff. And then also I had to figure out everyone else. I was like, because they're not this, like, the actual, like, everyone's names are different in the show.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, who the fuck is this guy? Yeah. I knew you were Method Man, obviously. But yeah, it was good, man. But are there other acting roles, or do you have any other things coming out? Because I know that I'm sure that the entertainment game in general is on hold to an extent.
Man, we supposed to have been doing season 2 already. You know what I mean? But the pandemic.
You guys were supposed to already start shooting it, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
June. I believe they were telling me June or something like that.
Y'all gonna have to start doing these acting bubbles like the NBA.
You know what I mean? Like, because when you think about it, there's so many people on a set.
So many people catering.
There's so many people on the set. So I don't see I can't in the future even see when that's gonna be free to do again. Like, you know what I mean?
Even shows. I saw
anything on TV you watch, movies, show, all that shit.
No, I just mean concerts. Like,
right.
Fuck, man.
All
like,
that shit, yeah. You gotta do that from live.
Hey, shout out to all the Southern rappers who don't give a fuck right now, because they're still running around getting bags in the South.
You doing shows down there?
Some of these cities in the South do not care.
Get your money. Put your mask on. Go get your money.
Yeah, Rod Wave out here getting it right now. I'm like, bro, what random city in Georgia is he doing a whole ass concert?
Put your mask on. Go get your money.
Did you see Boozy hosting the pool party?
Nah, I didn't even see that.
Oh my God.
I didn't see that. But you know what it is? I feel like, you know, it's as many cases that have been proven, it's 100% believable what's going on.
I had it, just so you know.
What?
Yeah, I had it. Me and my wife got it. Yeah. Well, you know why? Because I was a stupid ass. I went back to Scottsdale and DJ.
Shook it?
Yeah, I just couldn't smell or taste.
What? Damn, that's like word?
Like, no, like legit. I thought I was tripping, and you know my dog's got a little puppy pad, and he took a shit, and I was like, "Yo, fam, I'm gonna get down on the floor, take a whiff of this dog's shit, and see if." And I didn't smell nothing.
Did it fuck with your breathing at all?
No. Towards the end, when I was starting to kick it, there was like a 48-hour period where I just was fatigued, right. And I got through that, and then my smell was coming back, and then I went and got I got 2 negative test results in a row, and. Yeah, but no, I couldn't. I mean, I also I literally went into a club full of people in Scottsdale for a while. Arizona did not give a fuck either.
Oh, you went to club. See, that's the one thing in New York.
Like
DJ. Ain't no clubs. Like all that's a wrap.
Out here's like
so
that.
So the thing is, and now everybody's on the block again. It's block parties, cookouts.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
that's the new shit.
It's the same mix.
People getting the Airbnb. Yeah. Just throwing pool parties. Do you you get into the conspiracy aspect of like shit? Like, not even just COVID, but just in general, are you like?
Yeah, I think it's something else behind this. I don't think this is like. I feel like this is all like. It's something else going on.
Like what though?
I have no idea. We never know what's like. They always do some shit, then some other shit happen. Like you know what I mean? Because if you think about it, this is just my opinion. When all the protesting was going on, God bless the dead, George Floyd, when all that happened and everybody was protesting, nobody.
You didn't see nothing about COVID on the news.
I never heard the word COVID.
No, 100%.
For at least a month straight. I never even heard the word. And there was people, groups of people everywhere protesting. Police was packed, 100 cops everywhere. Like, so then, that died down, and then they saying all these cities cases that went up. You know what I mean?
They're still protesting. It's just not on the news.
The hype around it then died down.
Unless it's some wild, violent, crazy shit like Portland. That's on the news because in Portland, this shit is crazy.
It's going down. Like anywhere it's going down, then they're going to show you that.
Even in Seattle, Seattle, they had that little area. Did you in Seattle? They had like a little. The protesters.
My little brother live out there.
There was this shit called the Chaz Zone, and they shut it off from police, like a whole area of Capitol Hill, and it was like. You couldn't go in and out unless it was wild, bro.
Right, it's going down. They said that flame has been set, so it's on. But if it ain't like something they don't want you to feel like they need to show, they ain't gonna show you.
Well, they just admitted the Pentagon just admitted the UFOs are real. It was in Washington Times this week. Yeah,
I knew I didn't see an alien or two in my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously outside of Custies, you know what I'm saying? But,
I know how to see that. There's some shit like from Men in Black. Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Alien motherfucker.
Yeah, they admitted to aliens and all that shit. Have you ever...
they probably know them.
I know you the last time we talked to you...
Probably call them and all that.
Oh, yeah. I think they got aliens that work for them.
Definitely in contact with a few of them aliens. I wouldn't put that past none of that government shit.
They got aliens that work... Bro, I'm telling you, they got motherfuckers that work for the government. What do you think Area 51 is? These motherfuckers live on base, bruh.
Crazy.
I'm telling you, we gonna see that they're just preparing us slowly. I think if Trump loses before he loses, he's just gonna fuck everyone's life up and be like, guess what? Aliens are real. I'm out.
You gonna tell them to pop out? All right, y'all can pull up now.
Pull up. Fuck this shit. I lost.
Y'all can pull up. I lost. There's gonna be a bunch of aliens come through this shit.
Dave, I'm curious. I know the last time we talked, we were talking about it was either the lean shit or you had a bout with pills where you said your thing wasn't working up to speed. It went viral.
Oh, the Xan shit?
Yeah, the Xan shit. I'm curious, drug wise, have you ever tried any hallucinogenics, like any mushrooms or DMT?
Yeah, shroom.
You've done shrooms. Like how was like
twice? I did it.
You did it twice. What were your experiences like?
I had 2 good trips. I never had a bad trip.
Well, that's good.
So both of them was cool. But it was like I felt the first time I did it, I felt too high, and I couldn't go to sleep. I was trying to when you try to sleep some shit off, I couldn't go to sleep.
Usually when you eat stuff, you can't sleep it off.
I couldn't sleep, bro. So that was the only part of the shit that had me panicking. I was like, y'all can't go to sleep. But I was cool. And then the second time I did it, I was...
Like, did you see some shit? Like, I feel like some people, like, they say when you
just colors. That's the only thing, like A lot of people they say different. Oh, the walls was melting. I ain't see all that shit. That might have bugged me out. But the colors, like all of like in this room, if I'd have did that shit in here, all these colors would have like did something. They like glare more. Like that's all that shit did to me. But I ain't see no elephants or wasn't no midgets running out the room.
You gotta go out to Joshua Tree and you gotta do DMT, man.
Fuck is DMT?
It's that shit.
See peer pressure, man. You hear about some brand new shit.
It only lasts like
2020.
15 minutes.
What is it?
It's
that's some Jimi Hendrix shit.
It's the diamet. What is it? Yeah. Yeah, in your brain when you are born and when you die, this chemical gets released. DMT, right? And there's a toad that sweats it naturally. So motherfuckers will take and it's really some crackhead shit low key. Right? So you freebase.
I ain't never really liked to get into crackhead shit.
No, but it's like, you're not smoking crack. But you are freebasing DMT for sure.
Off a toad?
Off of a toad's, yeah, you put it on, like, yeah, it's wild. But like, it's like 15 minutes of like.
So what it do to you?
You just leave Earth for 15 minutes.
Don't be here no
and then 15 minutes later, you come back and your life might be changed.
Hey, we gotta get some DMT, bro.
Let's do. Hey, look, I'm down. Next time you're in LA,
we'll
get AJ
shit.
turned up over there. And listen,
what's the long-term effects of that shit?
Nothing.
Did you read into that?
Nah, nothing. Mike Tyson's whole life has changed because of DMT.
What?
You know how Mike Tyson's like, back on his shit?
Yeah.
Because of DMT. He smokes the toad, man.
Who you think gonna win with him and Roy Jones?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm not. I'll say this. I haven't paid a lot of attention to what Roy Jones has got going on. But Mike Tyson looked like.
I got Tyson, no disrespect to Roy, but I got Tyson knocking him the fuck out.
Me too, bro.
Did you see Tyson swing?
Knocking him the fuck out.
Like the fuck out.
The fuck out. Like the fuck out. Because if you think about it, even if you were to take them both at their peaks,
right.
Tyson is a heavyweight, bro.
Tyson is still on bullshit.
He's a heavyweight. Like Roy Jones was never. I mean, I think towards the end of his career he dabbled in the heavyweight division.
Roy's nice though. Like,
no, he's nice. I always loved his style when I was a kid because he was
Tyson. We speaking
about
bro.
Tyson, and then you just see the way Tyson has been looking, bro.
I don't know, bro.
I think Tyson is going to take that dude's head off.
Money in the world to fight cars. Nope.
Who you got, Nate Robinson or Jake Paul? That's the undercard. The YouTube kid. Or Nate Robinson, who used to play for the Bulls and the Knicks.
They fighting?
Yes. So Nate Robinson, do you remember Nate Robinson from the Knicks? Yeah. Won the dunk contest? So he's fighting the YouTuber Jake Paul.
I'm not familiar with the YouTuber.
He's this little white dude. He's a little
and they boxing. Nate Robinson boxes. He's boxing now.
Yeah.
And that's the undercard of the Tyson and Roy Jones fight?
Yeah, it's crazy world we're living in, right?
I'm going to go with Nate Robb. I don't know about the YouTuber.
You got to go with Nate Robinson.
I'm going to go with Nate Robb.
Nate Robinson looks like a miniature 50 Cent.
I'm going to go with Nate Robb.
Yeah. Nate Robinson, I think he was like 5'8" or some shit, winning dunk contest.
I'm going to go with Nate Robb.
Shout out to Nate Robinson. Are you still fucking with the Knicks at this point in life?
I don't know what's going on with them.
I respect that, man. It must be nice to not know what's going on with sports.
I don't know what's going on with them.
I wish my bank account wishes that I didn't know what was going on with sports for sure.
You gamble, that shit twist.
Yeah,
everybody got a vice though.
I'll say this: I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a drug addict. I do enjoy gambling though.
I like weed.
Weed is solid.
Good weed. California weed.
Do you think there's such thing as? Because you know how like people say you can't fuck up pizza.
Right.
Is bad weed even good weed just because it's weed?
That was like a Dr. Seuss question. Say that. Ask me that again.
So, is bad weed good anyway just because it's just weed, or is bad weed just like?
Oh no, there's horrible weed.
That's like no point in even smoking or consuming it.
Why would you bring this to me? Like it's weed like that's.
But will it get you high?
No.
So the horrible weed won't. Okay.
Nah, not if you've been smoking great weed. Like it ain't gonna do nothing for you at all.
Because I know some people
make you mad.
So there's weed. That's crazy.
You feel me? Seeds, sticks, all that shit. It's just gonna.
When's the last time
you throw the blunt?
So let me ask you something. You're obviously in different cities all the time, and it's hard to like you pull up to a random city.
Oh, I bring my weed with me.
You bring the weed with me.
Unless I come to LA.
Well, because you can just go to the store.
LA is the only place in the world where I won't bring weed. Anywhere else I go, I'm bringing weed because it's not going to be guaranteed. I run into some good weed.
What is the best way to fly with weed outside
Best way to
of
fly
LA?
with it?
Yeah, I know Wiz used to stuff it in like deodorant sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would just gut the deodorant stick.
You gonna make the, I'm gonna get caught. I'm gonna tell you.
I mean, you just totally like. I mean,
Nah, I just pack it. You know the regulations changed flying out of LAX.
well, out of LAX, I'm talking about. Let's say you're going to Birmingham, Alabama.
They don't be on you like that. It's about how you moving too. Like
You don't. You do it in the carry on or the
I check it.
Yeah, you got to check it, right?
I don't walk through. I'll be nervous to walk through the shit with bud on me.
Of course.
I check that.
Fucking
bag.
dogs everywhere.
Yeah, I check. But you know what I learned? Them dogs is not sniffing for weed.
Nah, they're not. They don't
But
care.
they
They're
used to-
sniffing for
They
bombs,
used to
bro.
make me fucking nervous. I'd be like,
Yo, that dog does not give a fuck if you got
I'm
weed.
like,
That
yo, I
dog
just
gives a
smoked
fuck
this-
if you got
I just smoked this
C4.
blunt on the way to the airport. I got a whole fucking half a fucking pound of bud in the bag, and they got this big ass dog right here.
He just cares if you got a bomb. That's all he cares about.
He ain't even pay me no mind. I said I'm good.
Damn. What is the timeline for you and J Stone shit?
Shit. Whenever that shit done.
Because Karma 3's coming out August 14th.
14th. Yup.
And
me
then-
me, I got Karma 3, 14th. Me and Styles P doing Beloved 2.
Woo!
We about to do that again. Bring that back around. That was too fun.
Styles P had a very underrated 2019.
P,
the
now
record.
P is that's
He put out a lot of quality hip hop last year.
that's my guy right there. That's big bro.
So that's August 14th, Beloved 2, and then a J Stone project.
Yeah, and I'm doing one with Mary. Me and Mary J doing the album.
A whole Mary J. Blige album?
Yeah.
Wow.
We got like maybe 3 or 4 records right now.
Talk about that chemistry, because Mary's a legend. So I mean, obviously, just to do
That's
one
one of
song with her would be amazing.
Insane. But no, that's one of them, like, when you such a fan of somebody, or you done grew up on somebody's music, or you've been just, tuned into them so long. It's fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just put me in another zone, knowing who I'm working with, knowing the legacy she already got, and the fact that she even working.
You got to
with me.
bring out that Reasonable Doubt.
Oh, the one on
that
Call
Bad
of
Boy
Three,
Mary.
When you hear that, you going she on Mary on some shit.
You were just shooting a video in L.A. and what I thought was amazing, I just scrolling on Instagram, it was a picture of you and J. Cole, and I was like,
Cole, yeah, that was fire. Shouts to J. Cole.
was that the first time you guys met?
In my life. He, like, my respect level for him went out I already, like, from afar saluted everything he do. Big fan of his music. But I was shooting a video on Sunset. He was driving by randomly and saw me and pulled over, hopped out. You know what I'm saying? I was gangster. A lot of people I know would have been just like, "Oh, what up, boy?" Like, you know what I'm saying? And kept it pushing. He hopped out. We exchanged numbers. You know what I'm saying?
How was the combo?
Man, he just like I thought he would have been. Man, cool. You know what I'm saying? I just told him, I've been wanting to get with you. Big fan of your work. He said, boomerang.
Well, he stopped, too, because he saw you, so he must be a fan of your work.
That was dope. Like I said, I never met him before. We never DM'd. That was one hip-hop connection I didn't have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever previously tried to reach out to Cole or anything? I feel like musically you guys would mesh so well.
Nah, not personally or direct. I was working with Wyclef maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I know Clef knew him, and I mean we spoke about it.
Right.
We never put it together. But honestly, with me, I like when shit like that happen, rather than somebody connecting it.
Right. Just let it naturally
some
happen.
Internet shit. I'd rather just meet you, or we just be at the same place, same time, and then naturally, you know what I mean? That was dope.
Yeah, that's fire. And then DMX was there too?
As soon as J. Cole pulled off, DMX hopped out. I said, damn, this is the corner.
Hell of a day.
Same corner. I'm like, nah, this is the corner to be on.
This the corner.
This is the corner.
Shout out to DMX, man.
Shouts
DMX
to
got
X,
that
man.
dad bod popping right now.
Shouts to X.
How was that I'm assuming, have you linked with X prior?
Yeah, me and X locked in. I actually met X with Swiss Beats back in New York. But yeah, I've been around X a few times. X, man, cool.
I saw DMX I think he's working on an album right now.
Yeah, man. You watched the Verzuz with him and Snoop?
Yeah, I did.
It was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Man, they shouldn't have put X against Snoop though, man.
That was dope. Now, that was good for the culture, though. Like,
It was. I
dope.
think some of those battles, it's like, it doesn't matter who wins.
Right. That was
Like
dope.
RZA versus Primo, it didn't matter who won.
It didn't matter.
It was like, yo, it's RZA versus Primo. Like,
You just want to watch the
just
shit.
enjoy it.
Right.
Like, who
right.
gives a fuck who
You
wins?
here to watch it.
Yeah, they're talking like, I think the next, the Rick Ross 2 Chainz one just got locked in, which would be crazy.
They doing Ross and 2 Chainz?
Yeah, Swiss.
2 Chainz got some records.
I think a lot of people will say Ross, but I think you got.
I just when you just said that, I thought about it. Chainz got some records. You know, of course, Ross got.
No, I've already thought in my head
when he was Titty Boy.
Who could beat 2 Chainz?
Before he changed his name, he had joints.
Think about all the features though.
Now his feature game is
his feature run was crazy. Yeah, that'll be wild. Like,
he might have had the meanest feature run, bro, ever in hip hop history.
It's either him or Wayne. Wayne had that run too, like 08.
He was going crazy.
But I think it's Chainz. Chainz was on everything.
Everything.
Bodied Mercy. You know what I'm saying?
Everything. Shouts to that's gonna be a good one.
You saw Juicy J challenge your man Nas to a versus battle.
Juicy J and Nas?
No, I mean it's not gonna happen because that'd be ridiculous.
I don't see it.
No, I don't see it either. That's a wild thing to do if you're Juicy J, to challenge Nas. Come on, bro. But who do you? I mean, obviously, besides Jay-Z, like who? If you had to, you have a close relationship with Nas. Like, who do you think would be a dope opponent to see
to battle him? Let's go. Damn, that's tough. I don't know.
I almost feel like
it would have to be him and Hov.
I was about to say it'd almost have to be him and Hov, or somebody like.
It would have to be him and Hov.
Yeah, or someone like Snoop or DMX, one of those like.
Yeah, like a Nas and Snoop joint would have been dope. That would have been dope. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, I would say Hov, bro. It would have to. That would be the most that would make the most sense to me for them two, because that always been that rivalry. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me ask you this, Dave. You're a stellar MC. You're one of the Jedis. What song did you get back from somebody who sent you a feature that made you either A, want to change your verse, or be like, you know what, I'm just gonna have to hold the L on this song, if ever?
Forbes list.
Okay.
The first record I did with Nas.
Yep, that was a crazy record.
I wanted to change my verse, but I just said, you know what, I'm a rock. Because you know what it is with me? I like respect the sport. You know what I mean? So like, if that's the verse you laid, that's the verse you laid. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we do it together, we do it together. But I did that verse prior to him recording it, and then he sent that back. And I was like, oh man.
Did you know that Nas was gonna get on it when
he told me? No, when I laid my part, no.
That's what I'm saying. Nah. If you would have known that,
then I probably would have did a whole another verse. But that was just, me
that was the one he picked.
And then he was like, yo, what's up with that? I'm playing them records. He said, what's up with that one? I'm like, all right, bet. And he burnt that shit. He went crazy. I'm like, oh, man. But I'm like, you know what? It's Nas. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you something.
What I'm going to do?
There's a big, I feel like there's a big community of people who think It Was Written is Nas's best album that I've been seeing come to the forefront lately. I'm a Nomadic guy. What, in your opinion, is Nas's best album?
It Was Written.
It Was Written, okay.
Yeah. To me, that's more my time. You know, Illmatic.
Affirmative Action is one of my favorite Nas records ever.
Yeah, crazy.
Like AZ kicked that bitch off something crazy.
Just that whole beat selection on that. See, they talk about beat selection.
The message.
Go Knock, It Was Written.
No.
You talking about beat selection?
I think the beat selection
go play
portion,
that.
I just think the beat selection portion of Nas's career started like after. Later. Because you listen to Godson and the beats are fucking crazy.
Right.
But like hip hop is dead. There was a few that you were like, okay, well, like, you know what,
Yeah, but I would say It Was Written.
I do think, who do you think's got the best ear for beats? If we're talking Nas, I think Ross, my opinion, Ross got one of the hardest.
Ear for beats? Rick Ross got a good ear for beats. Kiss got a good ear for beats.
Shout out to Kiss.
Yeah, Jada definitely got a good ear for beats. I feel like Weezy always had a good ear for beats too.
Yeah, Wayne for sure. Have you ever considered something that I think that's been dope lately is artists doing full projects with producers, right? So like Freddie did Madlib shit, then he did the Alchemist project. Conway did a whole project with Alchemist. I think it'd be super dope to just hear you just lock in with one producer. Cohesive album, Is that something you've ever considered?
Yeah, you know what's crazy with that? I got like maybe 3 of those in the works right now. Like I just ain't like all the way like got in that bag just because of the other music I'm working on. But shouts to Mike and Keys. We doing the project, just they producing the whole thing. They actually did Handsome and Menace off Karma 3. I linked up with them through Nip.
Yep.
A-Rap music, we got maybe 7 records. I mean, it's just straight A-Rap, you know what I mean? And Buddha and Grants, that's my home team. They did. Been doing all my shit for years, so.
I was gonna say I would like
maybe three different tapes.
I think you gotta like I would just love to hear you lock in, just with like just nothing but just, razor blades on IKEA fucking plates beats. IKEA or like maybe like some.
You know who I ain't got with yet that I'm dying to get with? Out.
I was gonna say an Alchemist project.
I ain't said with Out yet, but I've been dying since like.
Even
I've been in tune with them tapes. Like I love them tapes. Action Bronson was doing with him.
Oh my God,
you know
incredible.
what I'm saying? Like all them tapes was crazy. Just the way he put projects together.
Action was really good at working with whole producers because like he would do some shit with Party Supplies or Action.
One producer and then like But I you know what it is with me? I feel like that would make an ill sound just because I've always had 3 beats from this producer, 2 beats from this producer, 1 from this. But like it's always been a mixture. You know what I mean? So that's definitely something I'm gonna do. That's something I'm working on now, but that's coming up.
Do you have a relationship with Alchemist?
Yeah, Alk my guy. Yep.
That'd be big, man.
Alk is my guy.
Have you and Primo ever worked together?
Yep. Primo's on the intro of Survival.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. We talked about that. Yeah. But he didn't do the beat, right? He just did the scratches.
He did the scratching. But we got me and Primo, I think, got 2 records. Because I went to his studio to do a record for Survival. And we laid that. But then once I got to recording the rest of the songs for the album, it didn't mesh. But Primo, that's the big bro. Hell yeah. Locked him
when you like when it's a Primo beat, do you feel the same type of expectations as like as if it's like you're getting on a record with Nas?
Exactly. Same like that's what I feel like made me push my pen earlier in my career. You know what I mean? Like once I got people who knew about me, like I was working with certain people, I was like, I got to rap. I got to, you know what I'm saying? I got to come with it. Each time I'm being heard, I got to come with it. So definitely with certain producers, like I grew up to all of that. These is all people that I was reading in the Source magazine. I was reading, you know what I'm saying? So now when they fans of me, you know what I mean, and they let me know that what I'm doing is dope, I got to try to like exceed that expectation like even more, you know what I mean?
I just saw something online. They were talking about how most rappers don't write down anything anymore.
Right.
And that I think it was it might have been on Everyday Struggle. Wayno was talking like how like those books, like a lot of people's rhyme books one day are going to be auctioned. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do you keep your rhyme books together? Do you even write anymore? Like, what's your process when it comes to like writing?
I personally haven't wrote nothing down since Beloved.
So when you're recording, do you punch in, or you already got the verse like do you go line by line?
It depends. Sometimes I punch like line by line, or sometimes I have the rhyme. I have that shit in my head. You know what I mean? And then even if I got the whole rhyme, I might do like 8. Let me hear that. Then do the next 8. Like, you know what I'm saying? But the writing down, I stopped writing working with Styles. When me and Styles did Beloved, that made me put my pen up. I stopped. I mean, I'll still jot shit down in my phone, certain little clever little lines and bars so I can remember it. Or I say it in my voice note, save it.
Was that because Styles is like that, where he don't write nothing down?
He don't write nothing. So I'm sitting there watching that. I'm in the little area with my man Daves, with the engineer, Poops. I'm writing shit. He just walking around. He cut all the lights off. He smoking. He walking around, beat knocking. He go in the booth, spit 12 straight.
Like, wait, where'd that come from?
Oh, so I gotta challenge myself now, but that made me just get sharper. You know what I'm saying? He was and me listening to my own music. You know, even if you don't feel like you reading it when you write. You know what I'm saying? If you don't remember that, even if you write it down, you should still memorize it before you go record it. Because if you holding it here, you still reading it. You know what I mean? Regardless how you feel. So I just got more emotion in my music.
Doing it the other way.
Not reading it, like doing it from my mind. Because when I like say I go do a freestyle on Flex or whatever, I ain't reading off my phone.
True.
That shit I done memorized and I didn't, you know what I'm saying? So it's more emotion behind it. It's more, I know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to figure out what I'm about to say. Like, you know what I mean? I know what I'm already know what I'm coming with. So it's just strong. And then when I was listening to Jay and all these dudes that they said never wrote, you could hear it. It sounded like they wasn't writing.
You could tell the difference as an MC,
Yeah,
I'm sure, when you hear shit. Yeah,
Eminem writes.
you could tell.
You know what I mean? Like, and I ain't never been around Eminem, but you could just, you know what I'm saying? It's too, you know what I mean? You're not rapping. Nobody's like, that's too hard, bro. That's
I feel bad for like the generation of children right now who only know Eminem for like his last 3 or 4 albums. Because his new album is dope. I'm not even gonna front. The Music to Be Murdered By shit was fire. But
Em is insane.
The last few prior to that were
the history of for the future forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he never raps again, do another song.
Well, I'm curious, like,
Em is stamped.
if we're taking out accolades, if we're taking out record sales, lyrically, who do you think is the best ever? Because I got a few guys that I'm like, I think Black Thought's in that convo. Royce is in that convo.
Black Thought get busy. Royce get busy.
Eminem's in that convo, obviously. But like, who do you got up? I mean, Nas, of course.
Esco, Hove.
There's guys like Sean Price, God rest his soul, was like one of them dudes, you know what I'm saying, who didn't have the record sales, but like, by God.
Talk that talk.
Talk.
Big L.
For sure, Big L.
L was different with the
How old are you, Dave?
Rhyme schemes, 31.
So we're almost the same age. So I remember as a kid, Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous, I didn't hear until after The Big Picture dropped.
Right.
So I went to the warehouse, I bought The Big Picture, and then there was that Napster wave. Remember when Napster was popping? But I remember
Kazaa and all that shit.
Yeah, Kazaa, you would go online and you download all these freestyles.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I heard the Jay-Z Big L freestyle, it was like 7 minutes, and Big L washed Hov.
What was that?
Stretching Babito. Yeah. That was like, but yeah, like Big L, man. Fuck, Big L was so fire. And
like,
it was
like then though, like a lot of people you see Flo got illa later on. That back then he was talking like that, like
saying some
insane
shit.
Rest in peace, L. L was different.
Yeah, were you?
I would say Andre 3000, Wheezy. There's a few lyricists like that could rap. Pusha, I put Pusha in
up
that.
there. Freddie Gibbs is up there. Fred's had a crazy career.
Fred the Godson.
Fred the Godson, rest
God
in peace.
Bless. Yeah, and I mean, like, it's a few.
Yeah, shout out to Big L, man. I do feel like our generation always brings Big L up, but I don't feel like kids really understand.
Cam, I put Cam in that. Like, I feel like Cam was one of the illest with the he had the wave, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for
like,
sure.
He could let you know, he could out rap everybody, and then he could play. He'd do some.
I would enjoy. I
feel like Cam had fun with it.
Him and Jewels had some of the most unconventional rhyme schemes where they would rhyme the same shit like 6 lines in a row, but it'd still be fire.
I feel like they just created a era.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? They created a Free Joel Santana.
Yeah, Free Jewels.
They created an era.
I think there's 3 of those eras out of New York, at least from our life, right? Because Wu-Tang was popping, but we were like kids, like real small kids,
yeah,
right?
I was mad young.
Yeah, but we're talking D-Block, Dipset, G-Unit. Mm-hmm. Those 3 movements were fucking
That's my life.
Crazy.
That's me right there. That's what I came up on.
Which was your favorite out of those 3? Styles P personal relationship aside.
Yeah, I'm gonna answer it like this. They all was my favorite at different times. So I had my time of G Unit. Like when 50 was dropping the mixtapes, I was locked into that shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Styles was always my favorite rapper during all that time. So I was always listening to D Block, and then Dipset was, you know what I'm saying? I actually was around them, seeing them. Like,
yeah, Dipset.
So all 3 of them. At different times, but I was, you know what I mean, I probably never would like pick, you know what I mean, I could say I'm personally now closest with Dipset and the Locks, you know what I mean.
I heard that Lloyd Banks is working on coming back.
Yeah, I had Banks on. What was the project? What project I had Banks on? What tape was that? P2.
Yeah,
P2.
Yeah.
I had Banks on. Banks, my guy. Banks came out.
He retired, and now I'm hearing
he's another one that would.
Yep,
Ron,
we were talking about.
Go back to that list of them. Yeah,
put that Banks workout, that victory
put
freestyle.
Lloyd Banks on that, bro.
There was this like best of Lloyd Banks Volume 2 mixtape that I used to sell at the swap meet that was just like nonstop. Like,
you gotta put Banks on that list. All them G them freestyles. He was going crazy.
No, 100%. I do feel like it's dope too to see like Griselda's like. I feel like as far as a movement out of New York,
right,
it kind of just gives me that nostalgia.
Right. I feel like that's what really make like they all individually super fire, but they reminiscent of those times of a group or a crew.
And each one of them's different.
And they all got a different swag, a different style, but they a crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came out dolo.
Yeah.
Davies. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when that crew essence is fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I really like be sitting back watching them, like, cause they all individually can spit. But when they move together, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It look dope. It remind you of that Dipset, that G Unit, that D Block, like, you know what I mean? It remind you of that.
And each of them are, you know, like West Side Gun, you gonna get that fly shit.
Yeah,
you know
they all got a different, but that's what make it dope. None of them alike. You know what I'm saying? With Dipset, none of them was alike.
That's how G Unit
was different. G Unit, none of them was alike. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, share. I feel like we got to give Styles P his flowers while he's still here. Because he's one of the all-time greats. Give us like a cool Styles P story you got, man, that nobody knows about, that you haven't talked about.
With P, I got a bunch of stories with P. I can honestly say this. My best friend passed this year. King Shooter.
Milo video out now, by the way.
Yeah, that's out. But P was the only rapper. I mean, a lot of people reached out and you know, sent their condolences. But P, he called me. He said, "Yo, pull up to the juice bar. You know what I mean? Come. Let me give you a hug." You know what I'm saying? Like, so that just showed me he's a. You know what I mean? My vibe for him is just different. You know what I mean? Because it's beyond the rap. That's really big, bro. You know what I mean? But he was one of the only ones that did that. You know what I mean? I got a lot of friends in the hip hop industry. You know what I mean?
Or even I think with like we use that word friends in the hip hop industry. I feel like a lot of the relationships artists have with each other, they're very like finicky. Like it's almost like you know how it is. You run into an artist somewhere.
Cool for the moment.
Yeah. Let's link up.
A lot of people you cool for the moment. I could count on maybe one hand people that since I came in, when I signed with Nas 2014, that we've built the relationship, and that's my guy to this day.
How's your friendship with Nas in 2020?
I mean, same.
Solid.
Same.
Yeah, I feel like Nas is one of those guys who we don't know as much about Nas as we know about all these other legends.
Because he's
so low key.
He don't move like that.
It's like his character in Belly is like low key, like
sincere.
Sincere in Belly is kind of like the way Nas is in real life. Like the more low key guy. You know, Buns was wild.
Yeah. But you know what I feel like you learn in this industry, man. When you've been in it as long as Nas, you know what I'm saying? You done had your little mistakes. You done had your slip. You understand everything ain't for the public. Everything ain't for the world to see. You know what I mean? You want that peace of mind, that privacy. And that's some shit I be getting from him. Like, that's why you don't see me in every headline, every this one. I didn't have my little troubles here and there, but for the most of the part, I be out the way.
Have you ever, we were talking earlier about how the last like 3, 4, 5 years, it's been about the clout bullshit.
Right.
And I think like a perfect example of that is like what's going on with 6ix9ine right now. It's like a spectacle more than it's about his music. But have you ever felt any pressure?
Leave him out of this interview.
No, I'm not asking you about him. I'm just saying like, have you ever felt any pressure to like do more bullshit on Instagram or like just based on, because I feel like the entertainment industry has been in such a weird space, specifically hip hop, because we've been seeing people who are just Instagram guys getting record deals, like actual Instagram dudes getting signed because they have followers and shit, and it hasn't worked out for anybody yet, for the record.
I got a lot of people that ain't on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of my people that I know or that I grew up with or I be around, they ain't got Instagram pages. Like, so they the ones that salute me, and you know what I'm saying? When they see me outside somewhere, like, yo, keep doing what you're doing, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? You move. We like how you move. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can't be one way like that, but then be a goofy on the internet, you know what I'm saying? Or just doing shit to do it. Like, And I feel like everything you put on the internet is public record.
And it's there forever.
It's gonna be there. So my daughter grow up and see, oh, Dad, you was a goof.
You was doing some
a
stupid
clown.
shit.
Like, nah, ain't gonna be none of that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit you can't help. You get caught up here and there, but as far as the things that's in my control, I'm never gonna goof off. Like, nah.
That's fair. Karma 3 is coming out August 14th.
14th, B. We here.
A whole project with Mary J. Blige is on the way.
Yeah, that's different.
Jay Stone project on the way.
Stone project on the way. Beloved too.
What are you?
I just been cooking, man.
What's up?
That's what the quarantine did for me.
Listen, Dave, you move like an independent artist with the amount of shit you're putting out.
Hey, man, I like to work. If it's one thing anybody has seen about me since the day you heard the name Dave East, I've been working. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never been no where you at. Anytime it's something not coming out from me, it ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's higher power.
It's not because of you.
Yeah, it ain't because of me. If it's up to me, I'm going to drop. I'm going to give you music. I'm going to give you visuals. I'm going to give you everything I could give you. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow ain't promised. So I got to go. That's how I sit and watch Pac documentaries and Nip, all these people that passed on, and they was working like they knew they was going to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking in my mind I'm going to go, but I got to leave shit here for when I do leave. You know what I'm saying? So in the meantime, while the girls is saying, oh, he's handsome and I got my good health, and I'm going to work. I ain't got time to just be, nah, I made it. I'm Dave East, I'll drop next year. Nah, I got to go.
Let me ask you, man. I don't know if you had a relationship with Pop Smoke, but obviously he's from New York.
That was my boy.
Great.
We got shit we ain't put out.
Great. So you got some unreleased music with Smoke.
I think they leaked one, but yeah, we got shit.
I'm curious, like, his passing was so tragic, man. I talked to him the night before he died. You know what I'm saying? Like, great kid, man. Like, seeing that happen, obviously you being so close to Nip and having him pass the way he passed, does that affect you at all, being a public person who obviously comes from your background and be around certain environments?
Right. Do
you like become a little bit more protective? Do you like, even paranoid might even be a word? Like is that something where you like adjust the way you move because fuck, man, like it's,
you know what's crazy about that? Before that happened to him, on my first album I dropped on Def Jam was called Paranoia.
Yep.
And that's what that was. If you go watch them interviews, that's what I was talking about. The same shit that you know, unfortunately happened to them. Like, but I've been felt like that. You know what I mean? It's just that kind of scared me more. Like, damn, you could be that lit, you could be that known. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and be in the Hollywood Hills.
You could be that known though, like with everybody, like, you know what I'm
that
saying?
far away from home, that far away from anybody you probably got any personal beef with.
But it's all about how you moving. You know what I mean? That's one thing I'm learning about life. It's like, you know, some shit is just out of your control, but you got to pay it. Once you become a certain figure to the world, you got to pay attention to every move. It's chess. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, oh, I could just, you got to really be, oh, no, I can't move like that. Let me send him to go do that. Or let me stay here. Like, because you don't understand, like, you don't know your effect on people. Most of the time you seeing people, they want to take pictures. You thinking it's love. But you don't know how a person really feeling about you or what they would do to you to get their name. You know what Jay said? If I shoot you, I'm brainless. If you shoot me, you're famous.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's a fact. Like, you know what I mean? So I just used both. I was, like I said, right before that happened with Pop Smoke, we was in the studio every day for maybe 6 days straight.
Yeah, talk about y'all's relationship. I wasn't really aware that you guys were like.
We was locked in. Anytime I be in quality, he knew I was in the building, he come in there. He come in the room. You know what I mean? Me, him, and Trouble did a record. Trouble from Atlanta.
Shout out to Trouble.
Me and Pop did like 3-4 joints. Last time we spoke, it was All Star. I was in Chicago. I said, you coming out here? He was like, nah, I'm about to go to L.A. Woo. I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hit you when I get back to New York. And that shit happened. But
yeah, I mean, that kid was a superstar, even when you like just meet him. Like, what was something,
just a good vibe.
Something about him that you kind of took with you in the short amount of time you guys knew each other?
He just had good energy. Like, he really was one of them people that light the room up. You know what I'm saying? When he come in the building, like, everybody don't got that. And it don't take jewelry. It don't take none of that. Like, some people just got that aura. Where they, you know what I'm saying? Like, Pop had that. You know what I mean? He had a good aura around him, good vibe about him. And you could just tell he was excited to be escaping poverty, escaping the shit we come from. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he was just excited to be getting up out of that. So that crushed me. You know what I'm saying? That hurt.
Yeah, it was rough.
I'm still mourning Nip, thinking about Nip every other day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then that shit happened. And then my boy Shooter died right in this past May. So these last 2-3 years been nasty as far as people, you know, dying. But I take each experience and try to move or do something with it. Like everything I got from Nip and the time I got to be around him, fortunately, I try to apply it to my life. You know what I mean?
There it is, man. Well, look, the album is dropping, and hopefully we're gonna just get a whole lot of music the rest of the year.
It's on.
I'm loaded up. We got 4 videos off the album so far?
Yeah, I did Handsome, Menace, Believe It or Not.
My Low
not on there. That was like a tribute record for my boy. But I just shot Mission featuring Jazzy. Shot that yesterday. That's when I'm gonna drop that the day the project drops. That's like it's like the first big video. You know what I mean? But Mother Joints is running up right now. I'm gonna go visual crazy because I'm sitting on a lot of music.
And it's also been hard to do videos.
It's just like when the world was closed up, you really couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Camera crews wasn't trying to really do nothing.
Plus, motherfuckers look at you crazy if in March you was out in the street shooting videos and shit. I remember Casanova had to apologize because he was outside.
We outside. Shouts to Cass.
Shout out to Cass, man. Yo, Dave East, appreciate you pulling up always, bro.
Nah, you know the vibes.
Boom.
My boy.
Perfect.